Please be sure to subscribe to the channel to update the fastest and most accurate news. Hello everyone, welcome back to my Royal Life News channel. The story for today is the Prince of Wales has visited a new operating theatre built in record time to help clear the backlog of patients needing surgery after the coronavirus pandemic. Charles toured the Derwent building, a hip and knee operations facility at the Royal Bournemouth Hospital, which was turned into a palliative care unit during the pandemic. Its new theatre was set up in just 2 months. The Prince met staff who went above and beyond during the first phase of the pandemic, including staying away from home for months to protect their families from COVID-19. He also spoke to Michelle Flores, who was a patient in intensive care but returned to work in the stroke unit when he recovered. Charles then cut the ribbon on the hospital's new Lavender Garden, a project funded by staff and donations to commemorate colleagues lost to COVID-19. It was initially intended to commemorate 2 staff members who died with cancer in 2020, but it is now devoted to all employees who have died over the past 2 years. The garden is in an outdoor quadrangle and is intended to give staff a place to relax during difficult shifts and reflect on the difficulties of the past 2 years, a spokesman for the hospital said. Anna Grigger, who worked in hospital administration, was one of the 2 people the garden was first designed for. Her son Paris, 16, said, "She was an amazing woman, that's the only thing I can describe her, a joy for everyone, a really reliable person. Lavender was her favorite flower, it has such a calming smell, that's why it is a lavender garden." Paris spoke to the Prince for several minutes during his visit. Donna Bailey, surgical first assistant and a close friend of Ms. Grigger, said, "Just before Anna died, I gave her a bunch of lavender from my garden, and that's where the idea for this special space came from. This has since grown into a garden for all staff so we can have a peaceful place to decompress during difficult shifts, to recharge after a long day inside, and to reflect on those we have lost. It's been wonderful to see the garden celebrated by the Prince of Wales, and for the relatives and generous donors to come together on this very special day." Charles also posed for a photo with a group of nurses, and waved to crowds of people gathered at the windows overlooking the new outdoor space. He said to one nurse, "I don't know how you do it," when she told him of the long hours they worked during the pandemic. Louise Pennington, lead palliative care nurse, said, "I'm unbelievably proud of all our teams and for all they did during the pandemic to ensure compassionate and safe visiting for patients at the end of their lives. We pulled together to focus on what matters most to our patients, and having His Royal Highness here is great recognition of all we've been through." Later on Friday, the Prince visited the Poundbury housing development, which is next to the Dorset town of Dorchester and built on Duchy of Cornwall land. So far, 2,240 homes have been built on the site, which is designed to boost the quality of life for those who live there, with a focus on people rather than prioritizing traffic. The Prince met people involved in designing and building a new play area for children. Also present were Cabinet Ministers Jacob Rees-Mogg and Michael Gove. The Royal Bournemouth Hospital is currently undergoing further transformation work. In 2024, a new hospital building, the Beach Building, is expected to open and will have a critical care unit, an emergency department, children's unit and maternity unit. This week, Prince Charles has had many engagements. Yesterday, before the National Pharmacy Association reception, he visited a South London youth club, donning a pinstripe suit with a white shirt, silver tie and blue pocket square. He examined designs for Dexter's Adventure Playground, which is an upcoming project of local charity, the BIGKID Foundation. He also showcased his American football skills, taking a ball and throwing it twice to players Anjola Adebayo, 16, and Sharon Ayelemi, 17. The midweek visit to the South London Borough also saw Charles shaking hands with a local food truck owner, known as Maureen, as he browsed dishes being cooked up for lunch. The youth centre and play area in the heart of Brixton were given to the BIGKID Foundation by Lambeth Council on the condition that it is used for social impact, and is already helping 100+ children from significantly disadvantaged backgrounds a week. That is all for today news. Please make sure to leave your comment and subscribe the channel below for more news update. Thank you for watching.